Dr. Frankie here. And I want to thank those who recently subscribed to my channel. Glad to have you here. I hope you get all of your questions answered. And if I have not covered something that you really want to learn more about, then feel free to post. Ask the question. I'm always looking to cover more material. I'm one person that sits in front of a lot of different people. A lot of the content that I produce here is from my face-to-face work with clients, whether it be matchmaking, coaching, therapy, whether even my team, questions that come up with folks on my staff, my matchmaking company, my coaching company. So there's so many questions, so much curiosity out there. So I want to encourage you to ask the questions, and I'm happy to cover different topics that I haven't discussed so far, or to expand on topics that I have talked about in the past. I know recently we've been getting requests for a topic around narcissism, how to identify a narcissist and how to steer clear, how to handle it when you realize that you're in a relationship with a narcissist. So that's coming down the pike for those of you that have written in about that topic wanting to be covered. And just those of you that have been subscribing, have been following us, thank you. Thank you. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm a psychologist. I'm also the CEO and founder of a very large matchmaking firm that's based in the United States. We work with exceptional singles that are looking for long-term relationships. They have a tremendous amount of they just have so much to offer their partner. They have everything in life that they possibly could want or need, except they haven't found their person, whether they may have been in a long-term relationship that ended for one reason or another. They're busy, they outsource their love life to us, and they trust us in finding solid quality matches. So if you're single, get into our matchmaking database. If you are LGBTQ+, it's littlegaybook.com. You'll see the details below in the description. And then if you're straight, we have a network of matchmakers that we connect with, and we can certainly find the right match for you, because like most things, there are people who have niches that specialize in different types of matching, whether if it's based on a religious, you're looking for somebody who's also Catholic, or somebody who's Jewish, or maybe you're looking for a specific ethnicity or race, that sort of thing. Tons of different matchmakers that it's over 200 people that we connect with. So feel free to reach out to us, even if you're not part of the LGBTQ plus community. Happy to help support and help you find love, because that's really what makes the world go round, right? So also, this is a place where we talk about sex, we talk about dating, we talk about relationships, we talk about healthy ways to communicate, we talk about difficult emotions, we talk about all the shit that life is messy, all the things that we have to deal with, and we want to learn how to be better at it. So I try to cover all of that. So feel free to write, comment. I want to hear your reactions. If you disagree with something that I say, I want to hear that too. And let's just jump in. Oh, and my apologies. I've been congested for a week and a half. I can't kick it. Don't even know what it is. Lots of weird shit going on out there. I'm just trying to take good care of myself, and I need to show up for you because I owe you some content. So I'm trying to make it happen. So if I sniffle or snort along the way, my apologies. So today I want to cover what is a dead bedroom and how to overcome it in gay relationships. Few problems feel as intractable or frustrating as dead bedroom syndrome or bed death. When you're in a long-term relationship but not having sex, it can feel like there's something wrong with both you and your relationship. In gay relationships, it can feel especially lonely. It can feel like you're the only one who's ever struggled with this, but you aren't alone. Today, I want to just recommend for gay couples that are facing this challenge, I want to recommend some things you should consider when facing dead bedroom syndrome. First of all, I want to talk about what is it? What is it, dead bedroom syndrome? It sounds really, really depressing. So it relates to bed death, refers to a relationship where those involved are rarely or never having sex. What constitutes rarely is subjective. There's no official or clinical diagnostic criteria for dead bedroom. But if your relationship has come to be defined by constant conflict, resentment, guilt, shame, or tension around the issue of how often you're having sex, That's a real strong indication. The broad cultural imagination can think of gay male relationships as hypersexual. It may feel, if you're not having sex, like your relationship is failing in a unique or particularly significant way. In fact, a broad diversity of how often and what kind of sex couples have is normal, including among gay men. But if the amount of sex you're having in your relationship feels bad to you, your partner, or both on your own terms, then it's a problem worth taking seriously. What stressors are there in your life? It's difficult to feel flirty and sexy in even the healthiest relationship when you're experiencing significant emotional or psychological stress. And between political, environmental, and cultural turmoil, many of us are experiencing significant stress basically all the time. These days, it feels like that. That's before you add in work or financial problems, family issues, or health crises. It's no surprise so many of us are facing dead bedroom syndrome. Like, that's a lot for any nervous system to handle. Like, we are inundated, bombarded through all the social media, news networks, television, it's everywhere. Music, songs are getting edited to, incorporate some of the craziness that we're dealing with politically. While it can feel disappointing to have life stresses affect your sex life, it's a bummer to feel disconnected from the fulfilling parts of our lives by the least fulfilling parts. And in an ideal world, we probably wish our partners were dying to have sex with us no matter how stressful their lives are. In reality, though, authentic connection and intimacy are made possible by having psychological safety and stability in your life. And this includes sexual connection. If you and your partner are facing down significant stressors, either shared or individual, the first step to addressing a dead bedroom is trying to manage these stressors more effectively. This might mean supporting your partner in getting a new job, dealing with a new diagnosis, or weathering a family difficulty, or prioritizing these things for yourself. If the stressor is long term, like a chronic illness, recent sexual trauma, or a layoff, it may be a time to lessen the focus on sex for the time being and accept that this part of your life may look different for a little while. If you've just gone through a major life transition as a couple, like having kids, it may also make sense to give yourself some time to adjust to the shift and manage your energy around it sustainably. What stressors are there in your relationship? No matter how long you've been together, sex is still an act of vulnerable trust and intimacy, a way of both making a bid to your partner and responding to that bid. For these reasons, sex is often something we reach for reassurance. They reassure ourselves when you're feeling tension in the relationship. Paradoxically, it's also something we can feel disinclined towards for the same reasons. If we're feeling angry, resentful, distrustful, or disconnected from our partner, we're a lot less likely to want to have sex with them. Full stop, right? Often we treat dead bedroom syndrome as the primary problem in our relationship when it's sometimes just a symptom of other deeper rooted issues. Is there a major recurring conflict you haven't been able to resolve? A previous violation of trust that hasn't been repaired? Are you consistently butting heads over housework, childcare, or money? If any of these ring true, it might be productive to focus on these areas first. If you can approach any outstanding or long running conflicts with vulnerability, good faith, and grace, you may well see a major difference in your sex life because it's connected and it translates. What work would it be helpful to do around sex in your relationship? If there are no outstanding, unmanaged stressors in your personal or shared lives together, and you're both confident there are no underlying relational issues at play, then it's time to dig into the issues in your relationship around sex and sexuality to resolve your dead bedroom syndrome. There are a whole host of reasons why a couple who's otherwise compatible might be experiencing friction around sex, with one or both partners struggling to get on the same page. And these are the things that you may want to consider, but they're not limited to. I didn't cover everything, right? Issues of body image or dysmorphia, impacts of sexual trauma or violence, differences in sexual interests. You like different kinds of sex, kink, or sexual positions, difference in sexual roles. For example, you both want to bottom. Difficulty with communication around sex to make good for both of you. Disparities in libido, sex drive. The first step is to talk openly and without judgment about how these issues or even other issues are showing up in your life. Try to just listen to your partner first and share your impressions authentically without any immediate goal of problem solving or having more sex right away. Putting pressure on vulnerable conversations to have a specific outcome can be really counterproductive. What's at stake for you and your partner in having sex? What does it mean to you to be intimate or not? Having a better understanding of where your partner is coming from can help take down some of the angst and the pain around these issues. It can be clarifying to understand that you aren't being rejected or being undesirable, and that dead bedroom syndrome isn't a reflection on you. These conversations can be really difficult, and even understanding more about each other may not be all that it takes to solve a dead bedroom. It may be helpful to have a qualified professional like a relationship counselor or a sex therapist to support you and lend insight during this process. A sex therapist can help you both understand why libido disparities and dead bedrooms happen and offer concrete strategies to try to work through it. A dead bedroom doesn't have to be in the end of your relationship. With the right approach and enough support, it can be a way to learn more about your partner and your relationship by working through something difficult together. And one thing also I want to impart is that if you've been in a long-term relationship, it's very normal to experience periods of sexual decline where you're not feeling like you're desirous, or you're not desiring each other. You may not feel desirable and you may not find that you desire your partner, right? So like there's an ebb and a flow. Things come in and they go out. They go in and go out. So it's not just because you have kind of a lull sexually doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's kind of normal. That's part of it. And we give bedroom death and what all of this, like a bed death. It's like, yeah, that's there and it's completely within our control to step up, put the energy into it that it requires through communication, curiosity, giving each other grace. All of that puts oxygen into the relationship and removes the tension so that you allow free movement and more exploration and curiosity and openness to saying yes to reconnection. So hopefully you take something away from my talk today. And if you have any reactions, any takeaways, any questions, please post them below in the comments and I would be happy to respond. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, whatever time of day. I know people follow me from all over the world. So glad that you're here with me. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day or night. And kisses, hugs, and I will see you next week.